we are going to talk about a recent decision by a federal judge that US President Donald Trump cannot block people from his Twitter account. And this is really important. Actually, I did not even know about this decision because I was traveling. I was in Prague. Before that, I was in Canada. So I was not aware what was going on there. But this morning, a YouTube popped up in my feed, and it was a painful watch for 12 minutes where I saw this guy just, I don't even know what he was talking about. He has no idea how things work. He was either confused or trying to confuse people. He was saying, you know what, does that decision mean that now I cannot block users, or companies cannot block users, or FBI cannot block users, or whatever? But that's how conspiracy theorists operate. I mean, Donald Trump himself is a conspiracy theorist. So after watching that video, I decided to just talk about it quickly because it's really important. First of all, I am a science fiction writer. Second is I also cover IT. I mean, that's my primary job. And I feel that online world is becoming an extension of our real or physical world. We actually do more things in the online world than we do in our real world. Yeah, I know it's not true, but to some extent. I mean, whether it's entertainment, I mean, watching movies on Netflix or HBO, or reading books or listening to music, communicating with each other, making friends, reading news, everything is online. At the same time, the online world is also becoming the primary mode of communication, not only between individuals, but also between citizens and governments. So as we extend this world and we take our lives into the online world, it's really important that we bring all the freedom to the online world as well. The First Amendment ensures that governments cannot restrict freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say for publicly elected officials, which also includes the President of the United States. Just imagine in real world, an elected official or the president bans people from interacting with him, which would mean a majority of US citizens will not be able to interact with Donald Trump because he lost popular votes, and he talks about that too. So all those people who did not vote for him, he can block them from writing to him or talking to him. But that is not how the US government works. People have the right to petition the government. And in the real world, we are protected. But in the online world, since we are using services which are run by private companies like Twitter, and Donald Trump, instead of using proper channels, he uses Twitter as his mouthpiece. And he uses Twitter, whether it's waging war on Iran or North Korea, or attacking his opponents, which is almost everyone. So it's not surprising that he has a lot of critics there on Twitter too, and it's Twitter. So he just blocks people whose comments he doesn't like. Should he be allowed to do that? Yes. If he is a private citizen, then he can. And as that dude on the YouTube said, private citizens and companies, no. The First Amendment is not applied to companies. Even if there's a difference between publicly traded companies with IPO versus publicly elected officials. So yes, everyone else can block anyone, but the government cannot do that. Now, you can argue that, well, this is not the official White House or POTUS account, it's his private account. No, it's not, because he does not use that account for private purposes. He doesn't use it to interact with Stormy Daniels. He uses it to declare policies, to declare wars on North Korea, Iran, and whatsoever. At the same time, He's no more a private citizen. He's a public official. He is the president of the United States. No matter how unfortunate it is, he is. So there's no difference between his personal account and the official account. I mean, just think about his mouth. Whatever comes out of his mouth, he cannot say, "Well, you know what? I was talking at that moment. I was talking as a private citizen. It's my mouth. I use this mouth also to interact with my wife and my kids. So I do have phases when I'm a private citizen and I'm a public official." No, once elected, you are a publicly elected official. So his Twitter account also is an extension of that. So he should not be allowed to block people on his Twitter, because imagine if that is the situation in the real world, then what will happen is that almost all publicly elected officials will block people who did not vote for them from interacting them, from writing them emails or from writing the letters or meeting them in person. That's pretty much dictatorship, where you only allow people who support you to interact with you. So I'm so happy that the court made this decision, because no public official should be able to ban the citizens they were elected to serve. Imagine, this is a republic and a democracy. We elect people to serve us, not to rule over us. That is dictatorship. That is kind of communism. We are not communist yet, though. The way a political party is operating, where there's voter suppressions or all those things, we are heading in a very dangerous territory, but we are not yet. So it's very important that our freedom of speech is protected in the online world as well, and that's the decision that the judge made. So I'm really happy about that, and I also wanted to clear some air about it, because that dude, damn, just a conclusion that yes, as a publicly elected official, you cannot ban and block people on Twitter or any other online forum. Period. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.